Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Popeye Goose back with another car duplication glitch. This one is similar to the one previously, but this one is so much easier. There's a new method, and there's also some tricks and tips in this video to help you if you get that endless loading screen. Just want to take some time to send a shout out to DeadlyShep, who ended up helping me test this. Also want to remind you that I have an event coming up this Friday. It's my Christmas event. I'm giving out 7 prizes worth a total of $120, so go ahead and check that out. I'll leave more info in the description if you're interested. So for this one, you need 2 MOCs, you need private vehicle storage, and I would suggest 2 Elergies in the back of each of your MOCs. Now the steps are going to change up. What you're going to notice now is the person who's duping the car, who's in the passenger seat, is going to be throwing the grenades. And we're going to switch up. You're not going to hold the right on the control pad and pause anymore, because people have been having problems. You're going to hold the top button is the controller sync button, and right on the control pad. So what happens is, as soon as I throw the grenade, the driver is going to hit the controller sync button and right on the control pad at the same exact time. So as soon as the grenade leaves my hand, you can go 3, 2, 1, throw the grenade. He goes ahead and hits the sync button and right on the control pad at the same exact time. What will happen is your controller turns off. Give it about 5 seconds and then go ahead and hold the sync button back down for about 2 seconds, and then you'll come right back in. If you did it right, you should end up spawning in the MOC with a glitch screen. And then you should notice that your player is not there. You won't be able to hear him, because once you turn off your controller, it takes about 10 seconds for the mic to come back. All you got to do is just basically leave the session. So between turning off the controller for 5 seconds, that gives the other player enough time to get in his car, and then you spawn inside the MOC, and then you leave like you previously did. So we're going to go ahead and do it again. If you're somebody who doesn't have that sync button on your controller, you're not able to do the helper's role. You're only able to glitch cars. So again, once the grenade is thrown out of my hand, as soon as it leaves my hand, the driver is going to go ahead and hold down the sync button and right on the control pad for a second. You may have to tap right on the control pad twice just to make the car respawn that it's going in. Your control will turn off. Wait about a count of 5 seconds. Hold that sync button down for about 2 or 3 seconds. And I actually keep mashing the A button to just respond. And then once you go inside your MOC, again, your friend's not going to hear you. So what I did is, once DeadlyShep was saying, you could see his comment pop up. Once he was saying something, that let me know that he ended up getting out perfectly. So we do this one again. This one kind of cuts off the beginning, but same exact thing. As soon as the grenade leaves his hand, the driver hits the sync button right on the control pad at the same time. Maybe presses right on the control pad a couple times to make sure it responds that he wants to drive in. Then you'll get the glitch screen where you'll drive in. Okay, and by this time he should have enough time to get in the car, and then you just go ahead and leave. I'll give you some tips if you guys are having problems with the endless loading screens, okay? But that'll come up a little bit later. So I think right now we might go ahead and switch to me actually being the duper. Yeah, we are. So I'm in the passenger seat again. I'm going to throw the grenade, and I tell him, I say on the count of 3, I say 3, 2, 1. I throw the grenade. He hits the controller sync button right on the control pad. He taps right on the control pad about twice. And by doing that, your controller, the driver's controller turns off. And then he waits 5 seconds, which gives me enough time to get out of the car, get into my car, and then he sets his sync back so his controller responds by hitting the A button after you hold down the sync button for 2 or 3 seconds. He automatically gets put inside the car, and as soon as he does that, he goes ahead and leaves. Now, Shep was having some issues with actually being able to hit the pause button to go to creator. So one tip that you guys can use is just go ahead, if you have that happen where it's taking a really long time, and first you want to make sure you don't wait too long to reconnect your controller. I think he was waiting about 10 seconds, and that's why I kind of messed things up a little bit. But right now I'm still glitched out, I'm still invisible. But what Shep needed to do, because pause button wasn't working for him, what he did was he hit the Xbox button, he went over to his settings, went to network connection or network settings, and just selected go offline. As soon as he did that, he left the session, and then I was able to drive into the MOC. And you'll see what I'm talking about in the next clip. It ends up not working. You can also see the clip of the license plate right there. I think that's a Trump plate, or it was in the clip, and I think it just switched. We go ahead to the front just to confirm that it is in fact a generic plate. So that one was successful. Now this one we have a little bit of an issue. Also, again, because I think Shep waited too long to go ahead and reconnect his controller. That's why he was outside of the MOC forever. And I got a little nervous because it was taking forever, so I drove right up to my MOC to try to get in, and you'll see what happens. So everything worked perfectly here. You know, I come out, I'm invisible. The problem is Shep is having a hard time trying to reconnect in time, so he's staying a little bit too long disconnected from his controller. So make sure 5 seconds and connect again. But Shep is also having the problem where he can't hit the pause button to go ahead and bring up Creator to go ahead and take off from the session. So again, what I suggest you go ahead and do is hit the Xbox button, you go into settings, you hit network, then network settings, and then you go ahead and select go offline. As soon as you do that, you'll get sent to story mode, and then you're going to go ahead and have to load back in. But what that does is it allows me to actually drive my car in the MOC. And you'll see what happens right here. I don't get that black cut screen, so I end up going to the MOC. Another indicator, if you try to drive into the MOC and you get the screen that says you're going to have to swap your personal vehicle, that's not good, because you don't want the MOC to register that you have a car in there. You want to just get sucked in there and replace the car. So that was one that was failing. This is the last attempt that we did, and this is a success again. Again, I throw the grenade, but as soon as I let go, I give him a countdown, 3, 2, 1, throw it. He hits the controller sync button, taps right on the control pad 2 or 3 times. Then he gets the notification that his controller's off. Okay, he waits 5 seconds. That gives me enough time to get out of the car. Right now, it's still on, his controller's disconnected. Pretty soon, as soon as I get in the car, the first moment I open the door, even though his car is still there, that means his controller is responding and it's going to suck him in the MOC. So it's right there. Even though his car is still there, he's in the process of getting sucked in. Now he's sucked in. And again, after we did it a couple times, he just went to his settings, went to network settings, went offline. And by going offline, it actually allows me to get that black screen where I respawn in my car. And then all I do is just drive into my MOC, get out of the car, get out of the MOC, and then you can go ahead and call your mechanic and order one of your Elergys that you have in the garage, drive it in, and now it'll take that dupe and it'll store in your garage in that slot you got the Elergy from. So again, hopefully I'll see you guys this Saturday. Friday. I'm going to be giving out 4 prizes to players, 3 to you, the viewers. So go ahead and check the description. Also check my new videos coming out. Hopefully this works for you. Leave a comment if you need some help, and thanks for watching.